All right, well, we found ourselves some silver mines and an ice cave. And I'll get a quick little session in here to mine all that silver. And then hopefully the ice cave will have the good stuff in it. Because at this point, you killed the plains boss today? Is that what you're saying? If so, good for you. Love it. Alright. That's so good, man. You're getting there. Apparently on release, the Mistlands were like very unforgiving. Pretty, it's like a dance party in here. Yeah, that's great. Should make some more ice cream soon. Alright, off we go. Everything's nice and healed. That could be a little more healed. Away we go. Yeah, I heard it was quite hard on. I heard it was quite hard, and then they brought it back a little bit. Or maybe they've readjusted to be more difficult or something. Okay, so just to review, this is gonna take me to here. I gotta start collecting shit, put it in a chest, and then bring the ship over. Really? Was it at nighttime or day when you arrived? You got 1-star monsters. I gotta fix this room. I gotta at least double the size of this building. This is so tiny. Okay. First things first, this building has to be bigger. Really? The guy's gonna give me the business like that? Come right in here and thwack me with a club like that? What a monster. What a savage. Where's this snap out there? Okay, I need a little extra wood here. I'm missing 2. Oh my god. Yeah. I die so much I've like never even seen 50. And I have like 400 days in this game, in this playthrough. A little crazy. Okay, I need to break this up. What's it called? East Isle. And you get a little more wood. You can't take my record. Nobody dies more than me in this. Nobody smashes themselves. Nobody smashes against the wall. That's how much. All I got was branches are not giving me the yield I was expecting. Ooh. I really like how the Grey Dwarfs give you the most basic components. So even if you kill them, which you essentially have to, you still get stuff that is like pretty universally useful. Maybe not resin, but well, you should be more tolerant. My friends still talk to me about. My friend still reminds me about some of the deaths I've had. One time I had like minimum health because we were on a raft naked, and I turned into the high seas, and I just happened to like randomly jump, and the wave, I went up, and then the raft went down because of the waves, and then I died from fall damage on the raft, just by jumping up and down. Most egregious thing that's ever happened. Why is it still nighttime? It's the worst death of my game history probably. I've had some rough ones though. Those two Grey Dwarfs took out a skeleton. I like to see that. Good for them. Got this in here? Maybe. There it is. Good old feathers. Yeah, it was crazy. I've never had a death like that again. Like, we already just like had died in the swamp randomly, so we're getting back to our corpse. There's never been an unluckier death in Valheim history. Ooh, that parry is so effective. Why is it nighttime, by the way? I could have sworn... Oh, I should have woken up in the morning, right? It's all crazy. It's all going to hell. Can't believe how bad I am at Hitman. Can't get those campaigns done. Yeah, I should have the silver for like a full set of upgrades now. I really don't want to be here at night. A little risky. A little risky indeed. Oh, whatever. What can I do? Time to carve away the mountain. Oh, it's morning now, okay. Whatever. I don't know how that works. Inventory's already full, yeesh. So I'm at a good spot for how my place is looking decorated. I want to get a bunch of banners in there. There's just so many colors of banners you can get now. So it'll be really good to like have a full fucking cavalcade. Full riot of different banners all along the castle and on the towers. That part will be good. And I have to figure out where to put the boss trophies. I think there's 6 pillars inside the throne room, so that should cover them. But I want to have at least one of them be... I still want to make a statue bestriding the dock entrance. Where they go? This guy's coming for me, really? Save up my stamina during this part. Alright, it's got a nice little bit of flat ground here. Oh, there's so much like trolls. I was 1 stamina short there. Into my combo. Ooh, that still hit me. That still hit me? This guy's range is insane. See if I can finish him here. Go. Clap. Alright, so what do I drop? I drop this. Then I have to drop the stone for the silver. The wolves have calmed themselves. That's good. Let's fill me up again here, stone. Yeah. I got plenty of time to. I got plenty of time, so I'm gonna have to come back here. So. Sometimes like the altitude stuff is like will blow your mind. Hey, like that. Let's able to get the freeze land, right? Okay, good. Yeah, so there'll be lots of banners to go around and more trophies. I still have to figure out where to put like the majority of the like the major trophies. Like sorry, the minor trophies, just like the various creatures. I'd like to see what the abomination one looks like. That's curious. What part of the abomination do they choose to make the trophy? The central head? If so, it'd be huge. Early on, things like the Grey Dwarf Shaman with the big spread of antlers, those look pretty good. Wolves have some real character. Okay. I have like a strange, like sort of funny headache this afternoon, or like this after dinner. The only thing I've had different than usual is that I had these like really delicious looking kind of like peanut chocolate truffle things at the grocery store. They just looked really delicious. They kind of look like a, what's the hazelnut one? The really popular hazelnut one, where it's like a hazelnut in the middle, and then it's surrounded by like thin chocolate with like studs of hazelnut in it. And one of them at the grocery store, they were like priced to clear, which is like never really a great sign, right? But then when I ate it, one of the two of them, the like wafer in this inside, was like kind of stale tasting. I'm wondering if it's the reason I feel slightly headachy all evening. Sorry, the last like hour or two. It's like some sort of thing about the chocolate peanut is like either something I don't have very often, which seems rare, or it's like somehow past due and that's affecting it or something. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen what the abomination trophy looks like. Okay, well we're clear here for the first load. Some of the shit back. I can even put stuff in this chest here, because it's basically technically off the mountain. Probably do that. Makes my journeys a little safer. Right now I have the horn of whatever, like the celebration horn from when they had their anniversary, hanging up on one of my item stands, but I don't think I'll keep that. The throne room will probably be the major 6 bosses, or 5, 6, yeah, it'll be the major 6 bosses on the 6 pillars. Or put one like over their head or something. Put one like over the thrones maybe as well. I'll figure it out. You lose an arrow if you draw and don't shoot. I think so. That'd be a little punishing, even for Valheim. Even for Valheim. Pick up the silver. Yeah. I probably killed less than a dozen wraiths total, and I don't think I've ever gotten their trophy. A little bit of poison damage there. Each time I might be able to only take subsequently less and less, because I'm loading up on other stuff as well. Watch out for that. Do you have the Wraith Trophy hung up in your house? In like a fun way? Aren't they one of the ones where like, does it look like the whole Wraith? Like would it look credibly like an actual Wraith in your base? Yeah, it looks so cool. There's probably a lot of ways that something that looks like that can like really like add the right atmosphere to the right room. Something I find really funny. I don't know if Eikthyr does it, but the Elder definitely like talks to you. It's like trash talking me at night sometimes. Oh, that's something else I should do. Is I should go kill Bone Mass again to get the aesthetic trophy. So far I've been lucky. The wolves aren't really harassing me too much. Now that I have Frostner, I think Bone Mass will be really easy. Yeah, the Elder Trophy will be like, ah, fuck you, I can't believe you're the one who killed me. I'll be like, who's talking to me right now? Like, why is there dialogue on my screen? Or is the Elder just being, he gets up sometimes, he's grumpy, you know. He got up on the wrong side of the bed. We've all been there. He's like, I lost to you? Really? Maybe he's trash talking himself if you think about it. Pump those thighs, big guy. Get up there. Yeah, silver. So do you only have the one copy of each of the boss trophies? Like the one you put on the ringstones? You guys are so annoying. They're like literally at this point I view them as a waste of arrows. Though I do like ice cream. I actually haven't eaten ice cream in a long time. I guess because it's been winter, understandably. I don't like keep it in my freezer. There's two beliefs I have about like certain kind of like indulgent foods that I like think, for me at least, I'm pretty right about. Like obviously it's different for different people, but I always feel like it's for the best if you only get coffee and ice cream outside of the home. A lot of people would be like, oh, I like coffee at home. I like to have a brew full or something. But I think that like you view it a little bit differently, and you view it as like a mood enhancing pleasure more than like I gotta get a full pot in me in the morning or else I can't even function. Which is like literally like the symptoms of withdrawal, by the way. There's some things that like, I think if you go out for, you have more like intention behind them. One, you pay more. So you treat it with a little more respect. I feel like those are two things where I'm pretty happy on that right now. Having like tubs of ice cream in like the fucking freezer. Been a little crazy. I also feel like I could totally be off mark on this, but I feel like there's probably more preservatives in like freezer ice cream than there are in like getting something good from a ice cream store. I could be way off about that. And the same thing with coffee. Part of it for me is like aesthetic. I'm very picky. Some people would say it's because I'm a Taurus, but like, coffee to me is like only good when it's good. It's not like, I don't view it as like a fuel. I view it as like an indulgence to have once a day that I feel good about, that like winds me up. I do find when I've been streaming, I've been having a second one more. But it was only when I wasn't going to the gym. When I wasn't going to the gym, I needed like the boost of energy from something. So I was every single day having the second one for sure. But both those things kind of need to be treated with respect a little bit. Better for your stomach lining. Okay, these things are kind of shaped like a Y, so there should be more. There it is. But typically speaking, it should be about 3 loads per silver vein. Because it's normally about 60. And when my inventory is less full, I can usually carry 26 per. A little different right now because I got some bullshit in here. You don't drink coffee at all? Do you drink tea? Yeah. I kind of wonder about lactose, what the combination is of people who start to become intolerant to it because they don't have it much past childhood, or how much of it is like racial background. Like some people are like way like less able to process it than others. I kind of feel like it's anything. It's like peanuts or other things where you have sensitivities if you like get off it for a while. Like most people don't drink milk from the day they like leave their parents' house, you know? Milk is underrated. Getting really good goat's milk, or even I suppose getting like A2 milk or whatever the kind of milk they drink in Europe, is like legit fucking An amazing source of calcium and inositol and a lot of other things that most people don't have in their diet. They just think milk is for babies, so they don't drink it. Yeah. I saw something recently that was like someone tweeting about it, being like, the 3 main caffeine sources are coffee, tea, and yerba mate. Or yerba mate, or whatever it's called. I assume yerba mate. And they're like, if you're looking for taste, it's coffee. If you're looking for best buzz, it's yerba mate. And if you're looking for most health benefits, it's tea. That makes a lot of sense to me, because there's a lot of like amino acids and like a lot of polyphenols and a lot of compounds in tea that you don't get from the other ones. But coffee like legit tastes good. And tea is just like not enough of the hard stuff for me to be like, ooh, that's really what I wanted. Like a cup of like a cappuccino, like some sort of espresso drink, it hits proper, you know what I mean? Like you get a little bit of a rush to it. Tea is like too mild and too calming. It's not always necessarily what you want. Yeah, I bet. I wouldn't be surprised if like Scandinavia. Where the fuck do these guys come from? Are these guys just like randomly respawning? I wouldn't be surprised if Scandinavian countries have like higher milk drinking incidences. Heard a wolf. Where is he? I guess maybe those guys are respawning because I'm near their egg. Hey, you want some? Come here, fucko. You see that? Fucking tree blocked it. I'm starting to really like this axe. Alright, what's blocking my inventory here? What can I get rid of? One fang? I have so many fangs. I have so much meat. Gotta wrap this up. 90 stamina? Holy shit. This gives 65. That's a huge jump. Stone out of here. Give me the silver, thank you. Gotta put my scouting hat on. I gotta finish this vein before it's dark out. 1 vein per day is like about all you can hope for. Yeah. What kind of food is it? What's it made of? Kind of low here. Gotta wrap up this vein quick before I get eaten. I can eat a sausage. I have like millions of those. Sausages are like one of the most ridiculously like plentiful foods. 4 entrails, like 1 boar meat, 1 thistle is 4 sausages or whatever it is. Crazy. Anglerfish and bread dough. Pickaxe is done? Alright, whatever. Enough? If I came back to these places that I've been like farming silver, I would never need stone ever again. Yeah. The sausages are so plentiful, especially because boar meat and entrails and everything, there's just so much of them. Excuse me. It's rude. It's my house, you asshole. Get out of here. I want the bees are protecting me. Yeah, sausages and like honey. Even wolf jerky to some degree. So plentiful. The world save is all messed up. I think it has to do with when you load into the game. Like when you log out and log in. It also, but I think it depends on, it also changes it for every player. Oh, my boat's here? I forgot to my boat here at night. My chest. There it is. Over in here. This house is a mess. I gotta do better with it. 2 big chests full of stone, yeah. I like putting stone and wood in like the piles that like you can make with the mallet. It's like obviously better in a chest to some degree, but there's something about like the fact that they give you the option to do stone piles. It makes you just want to do stone piles. I don't know why. Wolf jerky is 33 and 33, which is a nice balanced food. Put all this shit away. Sounds like pigs in my base. You hate to hear it. Oh, look at all these. Everything's so bright. Everything's so brightly colored. What a joy. I can read everything. I hadn't used to, as I said before, I had to go by memorization before. Are there like pigs in here or something? Eating my fucking onions? Good. You know, inside my walls. Things like that are annoying, where like even though you have flagstones up, there's still like random dandelions that like pop up in like the little crevices. Who needs that? I had the awkward conversation today of telling the person I had said I'd rent from that I wasn't gonna rent from her anymore on like 2 weeks notice. Just kind of shitty, but we'd only started wrapping it up like last week, so didn't feel too good. I wonder if I do a second level of crystal. I'll have to see when the first time it's like really rainy or snowy. Rainy or windy. Yeah, give me some this game needs some sort of like gray dwarf herbicide. She took it really well. I offered her to take the place for the month of April because I still don't know what I'm going to do for the month of April. And if she wanted it, but she's like, no, I need to figure out something for like the whole thing because she's going away to like literally Africa for 6 months. So she needs to figure out who's going to stay there for the whole time. So she's like, no, I probably won't need it. And now I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing for the month of... Now I have to figure out what I'm doing for the month of April. Myself. Which of the gods buffs do you use in this game? Do you just always use... Do you just always use Bone Mass, or do you use some newer one? How's it work? What do you do now? Oh, I forgot to repair my fucking pickaxe. What is this? She did. She's a really sweet lady. You still use Ether? Yeah. Bone Mass is kind of good in the mountains if you, in case there's a wolf hunt. But Ether is like way more universally useful, I think, than Bone Mass. And we don't even speak with the Elder buff in this household. I kind of wonder about the Elder buff. Like, how much time does it actually save you? It saves you like 1 chop or something. What it feels like. Somebody who takes 4 chops takes 3 or something. I know I'm overgeneralizing, but compared to sprinting with Eikthyr, holy shit, that's so satisfying. Just get like full 45 seconds of sprinting. Yeah. Well, no, you can. Just in my household, we ground people who mention Eikthyr. You still have free range to do it. But like, if you have like corpse run and Eikthyr, and you can just like run infinitely, man, you get so spoiled. You know, you're so like unspoiled in this game. You like always are like running and running out of gas constantly. So when you can do that like unmitigated giga sprint, oh, so satisfying. Fight around here. Resin and bone fragments everywhere. Guys are brawling. There's some more room here to get a little extra silver. Eikthyr course run Fenris armor. Oh my god. Zooming. Perfect. Ugh. Spamming. Yeah. If I want to get serious, obviously the shield and Frostnur is a very effective combination. But if I want to just dumb out, nothing's better than this big old great axe. Even at the iron level, I was kind of thinking about getting the iron battle axe or great axe, whatever it's called. I was really thinking about it, but I didn't do it. That did no damage. But I didn't do it. But this axe has been fun as fuck. Just heard it. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Right, fuck that guy then. Maybe one or two little pieces left, right? Okay. Odd. Where is it? These guys are like, you're biking through the neighborhood and someone's like little shit dog starts chasing you and biting your ankles, like when you're trying to fucking pedal. Get off me! Lady, call your dog, I swear to God I'll kick it. Lady, I'll kick your fucking dog. Ah, get off me. I'll kick, I swear to God. I don't care, lady. Train your dog. You understand me? You're gonna run over by a car. That's the end of the silver, right? Are there any more little nubbins anywhere? Don't want to waste too much pickaxe, you know? Seems about right. Alright, we're good. Did I not get any silver at all? What the fuck? I chopped like 3 more pieces. Damn, I suck. Is it somewhere that I don't see? No, it's all here. Alright, whatever. As my friend Dennis would say, damn, I just got owned. I have a friend named Dennis. He's like a pretty strong guy. He was into boxing for a while and was like really considering going semi-pro in boxing, etc. He had an accident a couple years ago where He like fainted basically, and he fell like on his head and neck. The wolf go. And it started to feel really bad, and he was worried about it. And he had incredible swelling, and his friend took him to the hospital. And like, he had essentially like shattered one of his neck vertebrae, like at the base of the neck. And it's like only because me and his wolf are playing like fucking hide and seek here. It's honestly only because he's so strong and so thick that I think he didn't break his neck. Well, the other argument is if he wasn't so heavy, maybe he wouldn't have hit with such force. But I think ultimately, like, his strength saved him. Another one here. There's so many silver veins here. And I spoke to him about it, and he told me the whole story, like, last summer. And he's, like, overcome with emotion as he told it. Fucking understandable. He's, like, one of the strongest looking guys you've ever seen. Like, really, really, really thick. And he just passed out. Like, he was upset about some stuff. He's like, all these things happened. And he just, like, he was at his friend's house, and he, like, leaned over the patio. He, like, leaned over the porch to spit. And he just, like, took a header. Crazy. And it's, like, just one of those crazy freak occurrences. And so now he stays at home and he raises his son, because he's got, like, a little kid who's, like, 3 or something. And he just like raises his son and like is getting his son into like child acting, etc. And then his wife has to do all the work, and she had to find like a different job so she could make enough money, etc. And she's gone for so long. It was really hard. Like, she's like the main breadwinner now because he can't really work because he's like still recovering. And so she's working like these really long shifts, and she barely gets to spend time with her own son. It's really sad. But it's really good that he didn't die, because he totally could have. It was like the vertebrae like shattered into like a bunch of different pieces, and it's like the doctors were like, "This is such a small chance that you survive this." And he had like a religious moment over it for sure. Like he says at one point when he was like in the hospital, he like literally said he felt like a presence when he was alone in the room. He said he felt a presence like sit down in the bed beside him when he was having like a moment like communing with God, but to like make himself feel better. Like, unbelievable, surreal moment. Yeah. He made it through. He's doing okay. It's one of those freak accidents too, where like, if it had been the way he goes out, it would have been such like an undignified way to go out. Just by virtue of like the freak accident nature of it. I filled it really quickly here. Oh, it's the stone, okay. Yeah, it would have been so sad. It's like brought him closer with his family to some degree as well. Good. Like his parents like care for him more. They're always like, come on, like grow up, like become serious, all these things. But then with him having a kid now, and then like all these things happening, like he's closer with his family, I think. He like never approved of his friends or thought he was living rough or whatever. Can you just not get my inventory for 1 second, Stone? Alright. 10 wood is 20 weight. This can stay here. I don't care about this. We're about silver in this household. Okay, back home. I'm at a point now where I don't even look at obsidian. Going the wrong way. I noticed that this game, even before they see you, they start to like walk towards you. This axe is fucking people up. Yeah, I know. A lot of people like almost like don't realize that life is precious until it's threatened. It's understandable. Especially when you're like a teenager, you know what I mean? Like you just think you're invincible. That everything you do is like so easy. And it'll always be that way. I think it's a pretty understandable attitude. I remember what I was like at like 17, 18. Like when you're just starting to be like an adult. And the thing with that age is like, you're not the same. Like if you're talking, a kid at that age, someone who's like 16, 18, if they're talking to an adult, that kid is only looking for like flaws and vulnerabilities in that adult. They're like watching them very carefully. There's a lot of adults like, you like to think that everybody like improves gradually and steadily in like a straight line, like a diagonal their whole life, but it's really not true. And like people are a lot more like focused in a lot of ways. People are a lot like have a lot higher potential when they're a kid, and then a lot of people don't continue to improve and get wiser, but they kind of lock down into their sit or get more like nervy or get more like eccentric, honestly, as they try to like settle into their lane, try to like justify that whatever they're doing is fine. So you really notice when like there's a big difference in age between two people who are talking, even if they're both technically adults. It's not the case, because like all teenagers are doing, being like, all these adults are so fucking weird. Like, why are they so anxious and why are they so nervy? And like, what the fuck happened to them? Like, I'll never be that way. And for some of them it's true, and for some of them it's not true. Oh shit. What the fuck? Constantly out of stamina fighting these guys. It's so annoying. I'm gonna die here, I think. Never mind. Alright, stamina potion is like literally so clutch. I think a big part of that is having the level 3 armor now, or level 4 armor. Yeah, it makes a huge difference in terms of how hard you get stunned or something. But yeah, a lot of people like are, just get back to what I was saying, like a lot of people need to be like in a plane crash or like have some sort of near miss accident or have it happen to someone around them to like appreciate that like each day is just each day. And that helps, I think that helps a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Apparently, like, Seth MacFarlane and Louis C.K. were, like, both supposed to take flights on 9/11, but, like, it got canceled last minute. Like, I think Seth MacFarlane, the guy from Family Guy, was, like, literally scheduled to be on one of the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center, or, like, the one that crashed in Pennsylvania. And, like, some sort of last-second freak show, like, some sort of last-second thing made it so they weren't on the flight anymore. Something crazy like that. Those are the moments that, like, really make you wonder. Because it's really easy to let it's really easy to let a lot of days pass by, because you don't know the difference if you don't, like, you don't know the difference if you don't. Because like whole years can pass by, and you're like, oh, that went quickly, and it's not until you realize that like when you are living a very, very full life, how much slower and more compact time feels. There are people who like live 5 times more than someone else. It's really true. Just by virtue of like them getting themselves into advantageous circumstances early, where they're like in the mix and like in the mix of human life their whole life. Where some people are just like passing time and keeping themselves busy, because you can really do that. Our brains are really inquisitive. Our brains are like really curious, and it'll keep like, it depends on your personality type, but like your brain will keep you occupied forever. I'm so sick of these fucking ice drakes, man. Being sniped by frostbolts. I'm playing Arathi Basin. I'm not even gonna pick that one up. I don't care. Maybe they're only attacking me so much because I've been collecting their freeze glands and they're trying to take them back. Because it's like their totemic, like, spiritual objects. They need to like resurrect them. Yeah, that's a good way of, that's a good way to talk about it. Something I've realized, something I think about a lot in the last couple of years is like how we're not as intelligent as we think we are. And the brain just like really, this goes for drug use, this goes for nostalgia, this goes for like sex, this goes for exercise. Like, your brain is not that inventive, and if it's found ways to like give itself dopamine, it'll just keep doing that activity without like thinking about it if it keeps getting that dopamine. And like, so you have to kind of like train it. You have to be smarter and be like higher above things to get to the part where you get the good stuff through the right methods to have like a moral good life. Even if you look at like the Bible and other like religious texts, a lot of it is like, hey man, don't be an animal. Like, to make the sacrifice to be the better, bigger person. Like, it's really the way those things are. I read I think it was the New Testament. In terms of this part I'm talking about specifically. But one of the first times I read the Bible all the way through, I was like in my 20s. I was staying at my grandma's for like a couple of weeks. And like, she was very Catholic. And so I was reading it, and I was like, oh, a lot of this is like essentially like a guide to being a human as we started to have society and culture. Like, it's like, don't fucking kill your neighbor, like turn the other cheek, do the thing you don't want to do, and like take the delayed reward. That's basically all it was. It's like, here are the rules for what society needs to be, is that you don't just behave in the way that's like immediately the most apparent for you to behave. That's essentially what happening. Felt like to me. This is a weird silver vein. Under a fucking boulder? Look at that wood again. Should be able to get one more. Okay, it's nighttime. Get out of here. Does that mean I can get one more? Oh yeah. No. Yeah, drop the stone. 450 on the nose. That's amazing. Okay, this time I gotta remember to repair my... This time I gotta remember to... I can still get it. I gotta remember to repair my pickaxe immediately, so I can not waste a few minutes in the morning. Try to be stupid wolves. It's such a crazy broad sweep. Maybe these will be here in the morning, who knows. No, I don't care. I'm not shooting arrows at you. I've already wasted 19 arrows on you motherfuckers at 2 each. I'm not doing it. I know that math is a bit sketchy, but I think I missed one or something. Shut up. I definitely missed at least one. Yeah. I feel like people focus a lot on the religious and miracles part of it, and less on like the moral rules within it. I also noticed I was like been in a few museums lately, and museums are increasingly being less about centrally Western European art and like relics and getting to more of like a broad array. And it really strikes you when like I was in like the Detroit Museum, which is actually weirdly good because they made that museum when Detroit was like one of the biggest, most prosperous cities in America, like 100 years ago. And um, when you put when you put like a bunch of different continents' art together and like relics in history together, you start to see, or at least I felt like I started to see, just how like insanely Christian Europe was, and like how obsessed with religious imagery it was from like say the 15th to 18th century or whatever. I'm not sure of the exact dates, like in terms of in terms of like what distribution to do. But like yeah, like a lot of Asian countries would have like there's a lot of Ganesha and there's a lot of Buddha and there's a lot of like I don't know, like Chinese imagery, etc. But then you look at the European sections, and like almost without fail, all of them are so entirely Christian that it's like a little bit fucking creepy, man. Like a lot of good things came from it. Like it was like a lot of technological innovation, etc. Then you see the art and you see the relics and all these things, and you're like, all right, we're just simmer down a little bit here. Yeah. There's a big difference between what the Bible says and what people took the Bible to say, and like what sort of influence and power people leveraged out of it. Because like, let's say you live in a small town that has more Christian people in it, like rural, small town, etc. If you watch the way 95% of like small town pastors act, like they have a lot of moral high ground and a lot of like false wisdom. You know what I mean? In that like they do to some degree sort of condescend to everybody, and they're instantly given accorded a lot of respect in their community. And that's fine, but like, does that not cause some people to search out certain jobs for the moral and like hierarchical authority vested therein? And by nature, shouldn't those people be disqualified for that same job? Okay, so I have both kinds of potions, yeah, okay. Yeah, America is really divided by region. Like in the south and southeast, I think there's a higher percentage of people who are religious. And a lot of America gets a bad rap, I think, for being like evangelical types or whatever, especially in smaller towns. And like Americans also have like a warlike and like kind of brutish opinion, or like people look at them in a certain way. I have to say that like generally speaking, I found like a lot of the people from those parts of America are like some of like the kindest and like nicest people I've ever met. People say that about like every single sort of reason, but it's kind of true though. Like there's kind of like a flowery sort of like overindulgent friendliness that like even like younger people have, like not just their parents, but like just everybody. There's something about that that's very touching. A lot of people from a lot of different countries are like more detached, and maybe it's just like how I've interacted with them, because people always interact a little bit differently outside of like their demographic to some degree. But like, there's a lot of people who I like more. There's a lot of groups of people who I kind of like more because they're more like straightforward and like more honest. But I do find a lot of people from like Carolina and Texas, etc., and their families, they're all like fucking solid people, man. Like actually really friendly. Yeah. And politicians, what you're saying about politicians doing that for attention, it's sort of similar to what I was saying about like some religious leaders before. And that like, if a job automatically gives you like discipline and authority, it's almost like that by nature you should not be able to seek that job out. Especially with how much politicians, like especially in Western countries, like enrich themselves. Like it's so wrong. Like there's so much grandstanding, there's so much like there's so much attention gathering that directly benefits them. It's so fucked up. Where is the silver vein? Here it is. Click, 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 click. I feel like I saw something there. I think it was just me picking up stone. Okay, I think there should be a third prong of this silver vein. There it is. Trying to hide from me, are you? Oh shit. Is he gonna come down here? Guys, ignore this guy? Yeah. I feel like every country has those politicians. And like they just prey on anxiety. But like, there's no country that can ever really say that they like... I think you're fighting a losing battle to say that there shouldn't be immigration of like new people to your country. Sometimes people will say like, in talking about like American immigration or something, to like, because the country's so desirable, to like have more of a point system for like only accredited people. But like, and like sometimes that can sort of make sense or seem reasonable. But it kind of seems... Is this guy mining for me? Thanks, buddy. It just kind of feels like a losing battle constantly to try to like have some sort of control over like the flow of people. Because you don't know their motivation. And like, they're like, oh, well, all these people are refugees or something. Like, they're just gonna fill the country. That kind of shit, like, often those people who are coming from worse circumstances are gonna be the people who are like the most motivated to succeed. You don't know what people's motivations are gonna be like. Classic Trump was like, they're shipping over criminals from Mexico. It's like, you can't win that debate. You can't win that argument. What? Can you fight the Stone Golem instead of me, please? Yeah, I can see that. Part of like... I feel like part of that guy being successful is also like... If so many politicians seem so boring, like, people who know it's entertainment will be like, alright, well this is fucking hilarious. Let's keep this going. We'll kind of secretly root for him. Like Trump in office, like Trump campaigning was like the most entertaining thing fucking ever. It was a wild ride. And so He succeeded. He knows what country he was running for president in. And it was entertaining as fuck. It was literally a wild ride. So it seems like there's some similarities. I don't know. People kind of just popping off for attention will get sympathy for sure. Did I get all the silver here? It was a weird angle for a second. Like, how did he do in the polls? Okay, well, I guess the rest of my stuff will be this guy's silver. Okay, fight this guy in a blizzard? Need some flat ground. Might be better to like put my back up against a rock when I fight these guys, so I don't get knocked so far backwards. Like that might be actually a smart move. Yeah. This is so funny. We're just like only seeing the tree. We both think it's a tree. All right, did I get the crystal? I don't have enough of the crystals. Drop the rock. That, drop that. Got the crystal. We're good. I feel like I probably heard of that guy before. I don't remember very many specifics or something, but like usually those guys get politician. Usually those guys get like attention. People are like, oh my god, this rise of populism, what's happening? Like it's a new trend. Alright. Is Rasmus a common name in Denmark? The mid laner for G2, his name is Caps. His name is Rasmus Winther. Soren, Nikolai, and Rasmus, the 3 Danish mid laners. Soren Bjerg. Bjerg means mountain, right? Oh man, this weapon is satisfying. That big baseball swing? Yeah. That means mountain. So much silver. This is like my iron days all over again. I have such an excess. So good. Yeah. Is it his name Dennis Johnson or something? Johnson? There's a guy who's the top laner for Koi right now, who's Danish. His name in this server is Shigenda. SZYGENDA. And when he talks, he's like the weirdest guy. His accent and the way he talks is like fucking all over the place. I think he's a little bit nervous and like a bit of a, you know, certain type of dude, but like his fucking accent is fucking bananas, dude. Svensker means the Swedish guy? Really? Isn't he Danish though? Wasn't there a guy named who changed his name to Torre, whose name was Norskaren? Does that mean like the? Does that mean like the Norwegian guy or something? Or just the northern guy? Is that what it means? Come get me, wolf. You can't, pussy. Oh, he's a Norwegian guy? Yeah, I think he was Norwegian. He was a ginger. Okay, got the rest of it, good. I took like movie courses in university, and like a lot of them, and like still kind of like continue to like read a lot about music, about movies, and like a lot of old school European stuff for sure. And I watched a very, very large amount of Ingmar Bergman movies. I've probably watched like 75% of the movies he made. Amazing. That's what like his movies mostly were like what I was saying before, how like Swedish really seems to share a lot of words with English. I mean, even like German does too, I find. Listen to German people speak, there's like a fair amount of overlap with like the exact fucking analog of the English word. Ingmar Bergman is one of those dudes where like I think you need to pay a lot of attention and read and watch a lot of movies before you realize that like the kind of people who are like it's just about like the work and like your discipline, you start to realize that those guys are like correct. A lot of people will be like, a lot of people who are really, really, really good at in their field artistically will be like, all of these things are the same. Your approach for one is gonna be the same as your approach for all of them. And a lot of people who think artists are like artists and just like drinking the fucking blood of the ether to like learn things will not necessarily believe that. But someone like Ingmar Bergman, who's like so dedicated and so disciplined, and for so long wrote so many things, and it's like so much about the process and like just making sure that you're really, really complete and really thorough. Those are the kind of guys who kind of show that like it really is like as scientific as it is some sort of dreams and flights of fancy. I think that's like an old sort of outdated view on things, to think that people are just like sitting there and dreaming and then suddenly the whole movie comes to you or something. It's just not the way that it works. Like the creativity is like the little accidents along the way, but it's like the little things that help it, the little arbitrary abstracted moments that help you along the way. But alright, back to the chest. I remember when Kanye was starting to do like fashion stuff or whatever. He goes on some talk show like Jimmy Kimmel or something. He's like, so how's it feel like to be doing this instead of music before? And he's like, it's all exactly the same. And everyone just thought he was being like difficult. But he's like giving you something really insightful if you know what you're looking for. Because I think it is true. The approach for mastery and everything is the same. Beautiful glowing bow. The Hitman Freelancer campaign is like really interesting. It's like equal parts misery and excitement. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's fucking rough. I don't like Valheim. I don't like any video game, basically, except for, like, story-driven RPGs, which are, like, just kind of, like, consistently pleasant the whole way through. No wonder people are so nostalgic for them so often. There's not a lot of highs and lows, really. You just, like, constantly gradually get stronger, and it's, like, a satisfying curve, and you, like, put your stuff together. But, like, it doesn't have the same horrible lows as like a lot of persistent online games do, or games that are like more calculated to challenge you. Damn, I almost got the one shot. Oh, there's a missed arrow. Fucker. Sometimes I think I haven't done that much damage, but I'm kind of forgetting that there's like a poison tick. There's also something that I've been very lucky to avoid for the last few hours I've been in the mountain, which I'm not going to jinx by saying the name of. Oh! A little dark here. Stone absolutely everywhere. One thing that would be cool if it was a little easier is just to be able to like plant a torch. Like in a little work quarry like this. I wish that was something you could do without like a forge. Standing wood torch would be fine. Pretty useful to put in these silver quarries. I'll think about that for like tomorrow. It was good to be back in the gym today. I did I only have 2 weeks where I'm back at the gym. Yeah. Campfire is pretty much the only thing. That's true. Do I have wood on me? That's actually true. That's a good point. What's it require? 2 wood, 5 stone? Oh shit. He doesn't like me messing with him. Ugh. No room for this in inventory. Did I hear another one? What do I drop temporarily? How would you drop some wood? Good idea. To make sure to get this obsidian again. Back down we go. Finish my pickaxe. It's not making much of a difference, but it's kind of cozy, you know? Me and my buddy, the campfire. What does it give you? This says warm from a cozy fire. Well, it means for one, you're not cold. You must be pressing caps lock in game, because whenever you come back after a bit of a break, it's suddenly in full caps again. In Denmark, do you press caps lock tab instead of alt tab? Just kidding. Got right in the middle of the tube here. This is satisfying. It's like when I had the locksmith come to my house and he had to drill through the middle of the screws to get my lock out. Oh, I see. That's smart. Having to worry about capitalization makes it more complicated. All the stones here, but there's no more silver. Alright, I'll be back. You stay safe, fire. There's like 500 stone here that I'll never have. It's just too much work. I'm really glad. I forgot that I brought my ship here. And it didn't clue into it when I didn't see my ship in my base. But I was still happily surprised when I saw my ship here. This should be the last silver mines that I like actively make a point to go for. After this, I should be good. Even that stab move is becoming pretty effective. Is this fucker still chasing me? No? Alright, good. Ow. Oh. Should go to bed. Or like start getting ready for it. It's better to sleep earlier and get up earlier, I think, generally speaking. I've really noticed with like the last little while going to bed at like 12:30, etc. I still get up at the same time, so all it means is I just get less sleep. Kind of a shame. I build this house here. Excuse me, we're not taking any guests. No, thank you. We're good. I don't need anything. I had someone call me today from like some like mobility company. I was like, don't call me. Fuck you. And it's like, kind of want people at some level. This is kind of fucked up. I kind of want people at some level to be kind of like a little bit demoralized if they do a job like that, so that less people do jobs like that. Like, it's 2023 and we're still doing like cold calls from like cell phone companies or whatever. Like, fuck you, man. We're so past that. Onions ready? I need these onions to make sure they don't get eaten. Yes. My inventory's full, of course. Naturally. Okay, so what do we have here? We have obsidian, crystal. Oh, he's in the base. So that second sound seems to be the sound when... Also, why the fuck is that guy in the base? What happened here? What fundamental thing is breaking down? What are they talking about? Like a door open or something? What is this guy doing? Somebody in the walls? What's happening here? Creepy. A lot of this has gone pretty neglected for a while. I spent like 150 in-game days in the base, and now like barely anything at all. Definitely need these onion seeds before they disappear though. What did I get? 15, nice. Plant them immediately. Half of them. Give the other half in safekeeping in case anything goes a little crazy. Sleep. Oh. Oh. The last piece of wood. Big comfy bed. Oh, I'm wearing all my armor in bed. Probably smells bad. Big benefit of like a short, warm shower before bed is that you can then like enjoy the fact that you're like you can then easily like sleep nude and clean. It was good. I don't think you can do it if you don't have a shower before bed. It's a little bit degraded, I think. All right, maybe one more day of iron hunting. Well, as long as you feel fine, you're good. I tend to wear boxers if I just like go to bed. I've sort of like another thing about having two short showers. I have a short cold one in the morning for the gym, and then like a short to medium warm one before bed. It also means that I think you have like a higher level of cleanliness without necessarily having to do like hardcore scrubs that often. Yeah. I know what you mean, but I also think that like people say you also sleep more deeply if you guys are just having a great time. Just fucking partying on the mountain. People say that you sleep more deeply if you keep the bedroom cool. But that also means that like if you have like, ironically, if you have like a hot shower or like more importantly a bath before bed, like you open up all your pores and like expel a lot of heat. And you actually will be like cooler for sleeping. My best sleep of the week every single week is like the day I have like a bath with magnesium chloride. I fucking conk the fuck out that day. Quite a mountain. This one's been really, really rich in silver. I think it's 5 veins. Actually, I think more. I think I've cleared through 2 already, and there's still 4 on the map. That's crazy. One of these days I'm gonna be out of arrows. It also apparently, like, I think a warm shower also helps to relax your muscles before bed, which is an important thing, especially if you spend too much time in a, like, steady position. Those guys have, like, I don't know if those guys, I don't know if the roar these guys have fits their tiny frame. Like the scream, yes, but the roar seems a little bit too, like, manly. How dinky they are. Yeah, I was trying to be subtle, or at least talk about the more important parts of it. And also because, like, gamer positioning increases tension in those areas that get fucked up when you sleep, like jaw and neck and shoulder, etc. So they all kind of work together. Scared me for a second. That scared me for a second. I don't know what it was. I kind of wonder whether, like, sometimes people talk about how, like, when are we no longer going to be Homo sapiens and going to be, like, the next new breed of the species. And, like, our necks have some, like, real adjustments to make. For, like, 90% of us, maybe we'll be an evolved species when we get a new neck. That would be the major evolution that they'll look back on. From, like, 1750 to 2600 or whatever. Note the neck changes. Obviously it would take longer than that. I don't want to, like, talk in 50,000 years though. I can't even comprehend what differences there'll be. Where are we going to even be in 1,000 years as a species? No idea. Can't even... If you look at what, like, the 20th century was like, or even if you want to be lazy, even, like, say what, like, it's been, like, since 2000 to now. Oh, what a shot. Holy shit. That was like a PUBG shot. Yeah. Our neck is weak. Our neck is, like, good for walking and keeping it up and looking around you constantly as you, like, hunt for fucking bison. That's what our neck's good at. Kind of a specialized skill. Like, I bet, like, the wives of hunter-gatherers who sat down all day and had to, like, mend and weave and stuff, prepare, like, vegetables, I bet even they had neck problems, probably. And the thing with, like, back problems is all it takes is, like, one fucked up movement one time, and for some people you can have, like decades or years of constant pain. There's some picture of, like, Elon Musk fighting a sumo, and he's like, this, like, 5-minute sparring match with a sumo wrestler caused me, like, 8 years of back pain from a crushed disc. I hosted a party in my house one time, and I got kind of excited. I was, like, kind of drunk, and I, like, hugged my friend and tried to lift him off the ground. When my feet kind of slipped on, like, the kitchen floor as I did it. And my back kind of jerked. I was like, oh shit. And then for, like, I don't know how long, like almost a year probably after that, if I was walking on the sidewalk and the sidewalk dropped down to the road, or some sort of change in elevation like this much that I didn't notice, when I landed, my whole back would, like, jolt. Like, ugh! All that from, like, fucking 2 seconds of stupidity. Not even. So fateful. What's this? Oh my god, it's here. Okay, that's not that far. It's kind of far, but not that bad. Okay, I thought those are only going to be inside the caves. So this is a huge relief to find this. Which means I'm ready for this boss now, actually. Nice. Okay. Great. This music is funny. It's like I'm in a goblin city. Nice. All right, great. On to the next silver vein. All right, that's really good. That's a huge relief. If I had to like only go, if I only had to find ice caves. No, I don't need any more silver. I should have enough now. I only need, I need one more upgrade for the 3 weapons. And then all my gear is fully upgraded. And I have a bunch at home. Actually, I'm not sure how much more I have at home. I think this is like, this should, regardless, this should be my last batch of silver. And then I'll have a lot extra. And it doesn't seem like, compared to iron, that silver is really used for many like practical measures besides just like weaponry. But we'll see. See how many fucking hammer blows that took? Okay, we're good. So there looks like I still have to explore a decent amount of this mountain. But there looks like there's at least one ice cave. Have you ever encountered more than one ice cave in a single mountain? Is that possible? You have? See, it's amazing. That's what I'm hoping for, because really the only thing I need is like those little dinky Fenris items and hair and whatever those things are to like have most of the stuff from this biome. I'm pretty close to being done. Yeah, that'd be great. You're right though, they are a little bit hard to they are a little bit hard to spot. Cuz like sometimes they'll be kind of like in a little, hey buddy. God damn it. Sometimes they'll be like in a little crevice that's on a ledge that you won't necessarily be able to see from every angle. That's the dream, to get to see multiple. I'm being harassed here. Ugh. Back up we go. The ice caves are like, because of that factor, things that I'm like the least confident about having found all of them for sure. I really like the way these guys fall. It's so badass. They're so limp and they just like crash and bounce down the rock. It's so intense, dude. Nothing dies like the ice drakes. Leave me alone. Oh, you. Well, I can leave this guy to Mary Chase. It's a pretty good place to fight him. Is he coming? Excuse me, Mr. Stone Golem. Where'd he go? Am I hallucinating? What the fuck? Where'd he go? Did I not see a huge fucking stone golem here? What happened to it? There he is. Oh, he's going for the bats. He's got places to go. Alright, you guys are good. He like really got up and hustled down there. Alright, leave you to it. I was hoping that swing hits, so I don't get bitten 3 times in the meantime before I can queue it up again. I'm gonna really carefully check these sides for caves next time. I'll do this after. I need to get the silver for now. I bet these wolves all have cubs. And the cubs are just like starving to death because they don't have moms. Sad. Look at the range on that. It's so crazy. Clack. Oh. Oh, it's gonna smash me. Oh. Hello, greedy. It's got a little stamina going on here. Man, this guy's fucking me up. There you go. Oh shit. Oh my god. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's not run into any wolves here, shall we? Did I get that crystal? I think I did. God, what an asshole. I don't have the health for this. I don't want to die here. This guy ganked so hard by that guy. Fine, I'm not using my last potion. Wait, this guy's at half health. Fuck. He split into 2? Damn, that was insane. Stone Golem ambush? It's taking half my day just to get back here. See, it's dark already. Not the stone. Silver, yes. Sometimes I find that you'll see like a huge explosion of like number 50s or whatever on your screen, and then like just a whole boulder will just like show up just in front of you. Getting there. 7 more pieces. Clap, clap, clap. Mining helmet time. How are we doing? A couple more. 2 more exactly. I've got the perfect fucking inventory. All right. It looks like there might be a 3rd egg here. Crazy. Shooting this guy's kind of a waste. I can just run. These are like infinite. Really? Can I pick up 1 more of these? Is this something I care about? No, not really. I guess I'll take that freeze clan then. Oh my god, I eat 1 cloudberry and that's so dumb. Alright. That's not that. One of these. Alright, whatever. You win. Whatever, dudes. I'd like some juke buttons in this game, like you're running with the football in a Madden game. That's what I would like. I was trying to think this morning like what I would pay to have like any how much getting a physical ailment healed is worth. And like I think everybody like underestimates how much it would be. Like if you have something that like bothers you physically for like months or years, like how much is that worth to you in terms of like mental toll, let alone physical toll? I think everyone would kind of like I think no one would really like pay what it's actually worth to get those things fixed. Hopping around with my wolf fur cloak, my miner's hat. It's a sick look. Alright, so here's where I get to find out whether my crystal walls will allow me to sleep through the night. Excuse me. Way too many wolf fangs. Way too many. I'm really chinsing on the chamber wood. It could be so much more. I have to put crystal in those castle windows at some point too. I think it's a shame that you can't do crystal floors in this game. You can only do crystal walls. Okay, this is good. Seems to be working. I would really do crystal walls in my fucking underground river. Okay, do I do one more or do I stop? I think I'm gonna stop. Tired. Okay, fellas, I hope you're doing well. You sleep well. And everything's going fantastically for you and yours. I'm gonna have the trademark warm shower and go to bed.